there, this be part 2 of the episode. If you ain't listened to part 1 yet, what are you doing here? Head back over, part 1's available right now. If not, let's get back into the action. Avast!
Right. You were sorry.
Natural 20.
Yeah, remind me what you were looking for.
I was looking for any samples or any physical experiments that have been done on these magic items, evidence of those. So, like whether that's a small chip of it in a sample jar, those kinds of things.
Sorry, Joe, just quick. Is this a D20 test?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a what, sorry?
I'll do my roll in a second.
Okay.
It's a what, sorry?
D20 test.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, look, with a natural 20, you are going to find what you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right? But you don't find samples. You don't find, evidence of things being tested on them.
Mm.
You find so many books.
Hmm.
It's like sketches of what's been found. You find books, ancient texts, you find new notes, you find writings and reports on materials and samples and readings and all things related to ancient gods and the applications of magic in devices and how this can be utilized. You find test results, reports from other labs that show the impact of certain magical influence on various different materials and effects and times and places. You see reports of geological surveys. You find all sorts of really intense and in-depth information that all seem to relate to the various different gods that you've come to know.
Is there anything in there about their creation?
No.
Okay. I'll report what I've found to Milo.
Cool. I'll write all that down.
And I'll name specific titles.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I have a thing. Can I roll investigation to see if I can find anything about delving? And possibly, I guess, the way they go through the gate, the magic that they use, the way that they exchanged things and where that went.
Okay.
Yes,
sure.
like that.
Sure.
Milo, hand me that
sort of
notebook
stuff.
while you're looking. I'll keep noting down.
For sure. Yeah, roll a thing.
Shall I roll? I would like to, just before I roll for my investigation, because I think it's quite important if we find out what the Queen's endgame is.
A natural 20.
I've got something called Tides of Chaos, which means I can give myself advantage on one D20 test before I roll the D20.
Yep.
And then I either have to cast a sorceress spell or finish a long rest before I can use it again.
That's fine.
So I get to roll twice with advantage. Glad, because that was a 3. Oh, come on, please. If there's ever a time to do
Has anybody got any inspiration?
I haven't. I haven't had a long rest.
I don't think I can give it.
Yeah, you can.
You can inspire other people.
Yeah.
You have to be inspiring.
Investigation, is it? That should be a 19.
Okay. An unnatural 20 for you, Milo. You're looking for information about the Delvin Gates.
Delvin Gates, the way that bank that you mentioned, how that sort of worked, because they don't work for us, but it'd be nice if it did.
You don't find any historical texts, but what you do find is a novel.
Who's it?
A children's story.
Oh, and just a lot of... Yeah, you learn a lot from those sorts of things. Yeah.
And what's the
About special elves that used to trade in feelings, that used to travel around the world through special doors, and used to store all their love in a special house.
Does it say where this house is?
Who's the author?
And yeah,
Who is the elf?
Who is the author?
And who is the author?
The author is
James Mason.
James Mason.
Jokes made out of character do not contribute to time spent in this room.
No, the author is a well-known children's fable author.
The name of
Aesop's Fables.
Ah, like it. Nice.
Yep, totally fair.
Known for just all sorts of really well-known historical, just legacy fables, stories that everyone tells their kids, and they probably don't even remember are written by someone.
How big is this book? Like,
Not
how chunky it is?
It's not a big book.
Okay, I'm gonna slide that book into the back of my notebook.
Okay,
Give
fine.
your notebook back.
there
After I've
you
written
go.
down what you found.
Yeah,
There
for
you
sure. Jeff, what were you looking for?
I was looking for the Queen's master plan. Why is she here? Why is she built
My
well?
plan.
Well, yeah, it's like why? Well, what she must be looking for things. There must be a reason. Yeah, there must be a reason that she built the well.
Yeah.
And there's a reason that she's doing testing. Like she has a whole team of people that
She
can do
wants to get
testing
to
and
a
R&D.
conclusion, right?
Why
Yeah.
is she doing testing? What is she testing? That's
Okay.
what I want to find out.
Yeah.
You look around. Okay, so you're hunting looking for this. You have something written down. You check with some drawers, check through cupboards. There's a desk.
Yeah.
Have a rifle through that.
It's a rifle.
There's a rifle. You move the rifle.
Yeah.
Have a rummage through it instead.
Nice.
Put the rifle back.
Yeah.
Rifle.
No gun unturned.
Yeah. Not on either side of this.
Let me check down the barrel.
Can't really see it. Can I hold it? If I hold it here,
There seems to be something on this bullet. How do I extract it?
Just
what?
add a character a sec. What happens if she's doing this to get the king back because magic users killed him in the first place?
Yeah.
No, that's what we're trying to find out.
That very much would be my guess. If she's distraught and thinks that someone's killed her husband, and this is a wishing well that can do anything,
Yeah.
I would be thinking I'll probably want to bring my husband back, without realizing you're going to destroy the fabric of reality. My query is more just a case. About. I think that from the sound of the way that the palace has always worked and been run, they were benevolent kings and queens,
Yeah.
and then suddenly took a dislike
it's a
to
love
magic.
story at heart.
They suddenly took a dislike to magic,
And we've
and
been
now
here to fuck it
suddenly
up along the way.
magic users are disliked, and then he gets killed by a rogue faction. My guess would be someone found out about this. They suddenly went, shit. We need to stop. We need to quash this now. Let's put an end to this. And then they said, right, outlaw magic. That's the easiest way to do it. Grand Vizier, what do we do? And the Grand Vizier went, I'm going to outlaw magic. Cool, we've outlawed magic. And then the magic users probably went, this is fucking ridiculous. Or even the Grand Vizier might have been trying to push outlaw magic because he didn't like it. They were like, no, we the king and queen love everyone. We love all people of Gallia. We want everyone to be happy, all races,
Jafar all over again.
And then he's like, well, what if I got the king
What if I hired somebody
to kill
to kill
the king,
Yeah.
but I can't actually kill the king? What if I go and, I don't know, stick him on an island with a massive stone that won't let him leave, and then we fuckers come along and take away Umbali's blessing, and then he can fuck off.
Yeah.
But he could be Gal from that first cape. He was in fine when we met him. He was in fine attire.
Yep.
But looked like he'd been there for but he'd been worn it for ages.
He had the Fountain of Youth.
He was an elf who was 473 years old.
So he's still quite a young man.
Still quite a young man.
Mm-hmm.
When you saw the portrait of the king,
Yes.
can you roll a history check to see if he recognised the face in the portrait?
Yeah,
He should not have aged that much.
For sure.
Especially with a
As an
Fountain
elf.
of Youth.
For sure.
He had a Fountain of Youth because we left and said, we'll come back and steal your chest. And he went, well, good luck getting off. So he knew about Umbly's Bay. He knew he'd been trapped there.
Yeah.
He couldn't get off the island. And he said, well, it's not likely. I've got this Fountain of Youth. So he has no intention. He knows he's trapped there. He knows he's stuck there.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't have any intention of leaving because he can't.
And he's fucking called Gal.
Yeah. I know. which
Can I use this?
He can't not be.
Chip, believe it or not, has come up before.
Yeah.
Where we've both gone.
He's-
He's fucking called Gal.
He's got to be that.
Yeah.
But the other bits is the elf. I I'm genuinely shaking a little bit.
Yeah. It's better than I come up with.
Hang on, I'm clearing my box because that was a real shit roll, and I need to remember this.
I'm rolling my history check.
You have inspiration.
You've got
Come on,
inspiration as
natural
well.
20. I've
He's just used it.
Oh, you use it to reroll. Okay.
I do have my
That's
inspiration.
cocked.
Come on.
Yeah,
did
it's
you roll?
cocked. It is
Okay.
cocked.
It's cocked.
It is cocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you get before I do anything?
It's still cocked.
What's the... Oh.
The gods are saying no.
This is so
The
tense.
gods are saying no.
Try
You
it.
don't.
Try a
Different die.
Change out the luck.
My old good one.
Go on then.
Come on.
Oh god.
Because if you roll well, I won't have to roll.
Roll.
Just roll. Just roll, man.
What was that? It doesn't look good.
12.
12. Well, my first...
hard to remember.
I've got a couple of do-overs here, potentially.
Fucking stickler of it is, it went on 19 and rolled back.
Well, to be fair, you were pretending to be visually impaired at the time.
That is true, you were.
Yeah.
First one I rolled was a 7. But luckily, to history, I get -1. So...
This is going well.
It's fine.
Okay.
You can go away. I have also inspiration.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll. Yeah. I'm going to roll again.
Come on, please.
So that's a 14. But I get
-1.
-1. But luckily, no, it's all good. Because I have something called tactical mind.
Right.
Tactical mind is
I can bet
when you fail an ability check,
It's okay.
you can expend the use of second wind.
Okay.
And instead of regaining HP,
Right.
you roll 1d10
Right.
and add the result to the ability check.
Okay.
Right.
and then add 3 because I'm bending luck.
Oh.
This is
So
happening.
we currently have. So we've got 13.
Yeah.
13 safe is in the bank.
13 yours.
16 safe.
16 safe is in the bank.
Don't worry
And
don't
now
worry
we're
about the
gonna-
16. The 16 safe.
Yeah.
16
16
yours.
Got that. Would you like to go for the caravan?
Do you want to go for the jet ski?
I'd like it to be. I hope you're all noticing that I'm drawing this out because
I know. Look,
Chip is a vibrating, quivering mess over there.
Humming.
Please.
I'm just really enjoying myself.
look, I know you live in Milton Keynes, but would you like the speedboat?
I'm gonna. I think
Do you want to risk it for the speedboat?
I do like a speedboat.
Congratulations! You made it to the best part of the show, where we set aside the chaos, the shouting, the questionable decision making, and just focus on you. Welcome to your moment with the Dungeon Master. Right here, waiting on the desk, is a huge, heartfelt thank you, and it's all for you. Yeah. Without your support, our mission of bashing baddies, outwitting villains, and occasionally falling into entirely avoidable traps would have ground to a halt a long time ago. You've kept us all going, and we're so glad to have you as part of the crew. Pedro! We were wondering where you'd got to. You've been at the breakfast counter all morning, have you? Oh, you've even got some coffee and a bagel. Well, now we feel bad for assuming that you're just loafing about. Not bad enough to give me the bagel back, though. Now, hand over the shout-out scroll before we change our minds. Feathery fool. Anyway, this week's shout-out goes to Falco_77 on our Discord. Thank you so much for your message. We're delighted you're enjoying the show. And Derek insists he's already plotting a special deal in your honour. No one's quite sure what that means, but frankly, we're afraid to ask. If you want to shout out just like Falco_77, it's as easy as a river rolling her eyes at one of Jeff's plans. Just search for us on the 7 Cs of social media. Facebook, Instagram, X, Mastodon, Blue Sky. We're on all of them, basically. Our Discord server is always buzzing too, with people just like Falco_77 and other listeners swapping stories, D&D adventures, RB theories, and occasionally debating whether Keth could drink out a dragon or outdrink a dragon. One of those two. One's gross, the other one's not impossible. Anyway, just make sure that you don't stop at just liking a post. We love it when you get creative.
Share your ideas, your fan art, invent a magical item, or send us your wildest monster, and maybe I will make the Buccaneers face it. Aha! Oh dear. Anyway, if Roll Britannia is making your day just a little bit better, then why not leave us a shiny 5-star review? Wherever you listen, be that Spotify, YouTube Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podurama, Podchaser, wherever, it's quick, it's easy, and it really helps more brilliant people just like you to discover the show. And I personally would be incredibly grateful, of course. And if you want to get even more from Roll Britannia, then make sure you head on over to Patreon to find out more about all the amazing tiers we have available of goodies, behind-the-scenes access, extra content, all sorts, really. Merchandise that's only available to you. Yes, you, an amazing Patreon subscriber. And you might even get early access to video content. I know, it's exciting. And of course, the all-important ad-free episodes. So, there's loads of tiers available. Like I say, head on over to patreon.com/Roll Britannia. Check out all the tiers we have available. Find one that suits you and your budget. And, support the team. Become part of the Patreon crew. And we'll even let you inside the wizard sleeve. How about that? All right. Patreon.com/Roll Britannia. Wait, what's that on the horizon? It looks like some ships. It's a whole fleet of them. It's a fleet of sponsorships! Before you slip back into the action, make sure you've bashed that all-important subscribe button. Otherwise, Greg Flashman might have you polishing his special collection of blunderbusses. I'm not sure what that means, but honestly, you don't want that job. You really don't. Right, that's all for this week. The crew's up to something suspicious, I'm certain of it, and you should probably check on them before it gets out of hand. So, go on, back into the action with you. Get back in there. Go!
Should I use this die or should I use this one? I'm not sure which is my
think will
favourite.
roll well.
This D10 or that D10?
You can risk it all for a week in Kavos.
No,
What D10
fuck
do I
Kavos.
use?
I think you should use whichever one feels good in your hand.
God. I've never seen you all so tense about a roll.
That's
So-
definitely a roll.
It's definitely a roll.
Is it a 1?
No.
Is it a 2?
No.
Is it a 10?
No.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go through all the numbers here.
You got 7 more.
I've got a 7,
You got to say, you're doing very well.
which
It's
puts
23.
me up to 23.
23.
23.
And your
So,
history check is to remember whether the painting that you saw recently,
The most recent portrait of the King and Queen.
mhm.
looks at all like the hermit gal that you saw best part of, let's say,
3-4 years ago.
well, more than that,
5, 6 maybe even.
6, maybe 7,
Well, technically, but also...
and have had many
Not to
blows
us.
to the head since then.
Mhm.
But technically, but also not to us. Andy's an elf, and they don't age that
So there
quickly.
wouldn't
Now,
be a massive...
remind me. Now,
Yes.
I know you've just said
Yes.
Gal was a young man, but was he?
He was 473.
Yeah. But what did he look like?
Well,
Because
He was an elf with dark hair.
was he?
Yes. I believe he was an elf with dark hair.
Was he?
Because originally he was a massive thing with white wizened beard.
Yep.
And then I swear when he came down, he looked like and I swear the description was
Okay.
an elf with dark black hair.
Okay.
And then
I'm not judging you.
No,
I'm
no.
asking about your memories of it.
that's
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. And then
Come on,
Because
roll.
the ladies and gentlemen listening might not remember, so I'm asking
Yeah,
for the
that's fair.
sake of.
yeah.
Yep.
So as far as I can remember, he was an elf with jet black hair and wearing a very quite fine attire, but it looked like he'd been wearing it for a while.
Yep.
Like it'd been the same item of clothing over and over and over
Sure.
again. And then the way we found out is I then randomly, I don't know why, I think it was because at the time I was trying to hide from you guys that there was an age thing. I went, how old are you anyway? Or maybe it's because you were telling me that elves live forever or something like that. So I asked him how old he was. and he happened to say 473, and then it got into queries about my age, and then it was sort of just happened.
Okay.
The only other thing He likes a little singer-song, which is why he thought that'd be good.
Yeah.
He has very, very particular manner set because he was very unhappy that Keth hadn't apologised and wasn't going to give us any help, and then we had to sing a song to apologise. And he went, I'd rather just apologise at this point.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
He was not at all. He left very abruptly with us. He was an illusion. He was an illusionary wizard. Illusionary.
Yeah.
He was illusionary spells that he was casting.
He had the chest that couldn't be opened.
Yeah.
Had some sort of magic.
He cast an illusionary magical
peg of authority.
So
Paul pegged us all.
Do you
and
remember?
the Fountain of Youth.
Do you remember Stats Britannia?
Yes.
From Rob.
Yes.
I've just found his entry for Gal.
This is good.
Rob, we owe this moment to you.
Thank you.
So it says, you can call me Gal anyway. 479 years old. Once illusion drops, he appears dishevelled, wearing expensive clothes that look to have been worn a very long time and have begun to wear away. And that's all he's put. But I'm going to flick through.
See, I think
this
Wait, that's corroborated your evidence.
I'm glad I remembered the majority.
But
Well, I've got a problem with
there's more.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
1 sec.
I was about to say, I think I know some more, but okay.
I hope you do.
Got it written down, so.
Yeah. I reckon you made it up.
I might have done.
Gal warns that Jeff is not 15.
Oh, he did do that. To be fair, he did do that.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about Stats Britannia.
I love it.
I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for that pesky Rob and his Stats Britannia.
I've literally got it written in front of me.
I just want to see whether
I've got my notes.
Whether he's done
You got
solid.
okay.
I know what I said.
Oh damn.
I want you to know what I said. Because I've expositioned a lot to you
Derek
today.
says, I'm sure one day you'll be dead and I'll come back for this loot. Gal says, I doubt it with this fountain here.
Yeah.
Fountain of youth cures more than wounds, prolongs life. There's nothing much on the description.
So we had everything that Rob had.
Yeah.
But can anyone else? That's my memory, is that he was an elf with jet black hair,
So go on.
and that he was 473 years old.
Expositioning to you.
Oh.
It's not the part of this game.
So
All right.
based on that description
Yep.
and Keth's memory,
Oh,
and the
God, yeah.
painting that they saw, and the roll of
23.
Right.
23.
23.
So, Kethri,
Yes.
you think back to the portrait gallery through your dog eyes. Colours were a little weird,
Yes.
but the colours of the painting aside,
Mhm.
and all the scents that were hanging in the air,
Delicious.
especially the paninis,
Oh,
overpriced, but
thinking about panini. No. No.
your mind's eye casts back past the paninis and focuses again on the portrait. And you focus on the faces in the portrait. And whilst portraits themselves are always an artist's impression,
Mm-hmm.
you would say that with a reasonable degree of certainty that the face of the face that is described as the king in that portrait bears a striking resemblance.
Yes! Come on! Get in! Come on!
To the figure you know as Gal.
Yes!
They don't know that yet.
No, they don't know that yet.
Need to write this down if he tells us.
If he tells you.
We've still got to get to the Queen's Master Plan. That's still coming up in a minute.
Keth?
Sorry, who was I trying to remember?
I think Jeff asked what flavour the paninis were in the museum.
Well.
20 minutes later.
And
cheese,
that's the-
chicken pesto, mozzarella,
25 years.
Judah melt.
It's a real long time he spent describing panini.
recipe.
Oh yeah, and he totally looked like him. I think if I as the king,
You're saying that
I think the person I saw in that painting looked just like Gal in that cave. I think they're almost one and the same, if not the same.
So the king is still alive?
We know where he is.
Seems that way.
I'm going to turn to the commandant
Hello.
Mr.
Everyone seems to believe that the king is dead.
King is dead. We had a funeral and everything.
We met him.
Impossible.
Did you see the body then? When is he buried?
The state has told us he's dead.
Right, okay.
Closed casket.
State funeral.
There wasn't much left. There was a big explosion. They held a very formal funeral.
Does the queen, when obviously she was distraught over the loss of her husband, has she ever seemingly got over it? Even remotely?
No, not even slightly. It was, well, look, you know how it works down here. We've probably spent the better part of a couple of years down here already.
Boston, Jeff.
I know what to look for now in my check, because, yeah.
Okay, now with my 19, sorry, did I find anything about the Queen's plan? Just let's keep this good thing going.
Look.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
I know what I'm looking for as well. There's one more thing, just to see if I can confirm it.
You spot on the desk a book.
Okay.
The book says diary.
I'll open it.
Seconds
And then you look at it and it's also got diary written on it.
Yeah.
Did you write that down?
Yeah, quick. I'm going to start quickly glancing through it. Yeah.
Constantly just writing, documenting everything.
Aside from, the usual sort of things that you might find, obviously, there's some notes in there that talk about love lost. And it's quite a formal text, really, for a diary. But what you do see are... I mean, do you read Elvish?
I don't.
Yeah,
but I could cast a spell, but I'm very nervous about that.
Yeah, that might be quite challenging to do right here.
Yeah.
Take it with us. I can.
Sorry, wrong character.
Yeah, just an observation.
Yeah.
Might be quite challenging.
Yeah.
I would be extra cautious.
Yeah, with this crackling in the air.
Yeah.
Swipe it. Put it in with this book.
Oh yeah, we're definitely taking it. I
And-
wanted to see if I could glean anything. Is there anything in common?
Well,
There probably would
like
be.
odd
It's a
words. That's what I
diary.
mean. You sort of glean
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
It's quite a formal text, and like a formal language in this sense
Yeah.
is Elvish.
But certain words would be the same. no
Yeah,
matter
it's
what.
not necessarily an alternate translation, or it is the same word.
Yeah.
And you're looking at these things, and you just scanning through this text. There's a voice behind you that says, "Did you find everything you're looking for?" Time freezes. You are all in a space. Behind you, as you turn, is a beautiful woman.
Nancy? Sorry.
You recognize her face as Queen Vidania.
I know you from money.
Yeah. You're on all the coins and the stamps.
I've licked your backside.
I've licked your backside so many times.
As the Grand Vizier, I'll just bow.
You're not the Grand Vizier.
You're not the Grand
Commandant.
Vizier.
The Commandant, sorry.
But there's also a commandant tied to the chair.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bowing anyway.
You're bowing anyway, that's fine.
He's gone magic space mad.
Yeah.
And you... She looks at you and she says, I see you've finally found your way down. Thank you for bringing everything I needed.
What?
Like your husband.
He's dead.
He's not.
He's dead! The room
He's
shakes, vibrates, and screams itself out. And thunder rolls.
We've met him.
We know where he is.
Lies!
We can show you. We can end this.
Lies!
Usually, yes, but today, now, whenever this is, no.
Your suffering will be intense. And you are all frozen. Suddenly, voices ring out around you. You hear the sounds of combat and violence around you. Dark and horrifying. The world seems bleak. The Queen has vanished. Yourselves have vanished. You just hear these voices, these sounds, and coming through from seemingly nowhere.
If anyone can hear this. Boys, I hope this reaches you. We've lost control of the invasion. Galea is a slaughter. Every alley is a trap. Every rooftop has AMUs. The city is just crawling with royal guard. Twice what we expected, maybe more. This isn't bad luck. They knew we were coming. And we lost Starflower. He tried to buy us some time. Eric, if you're there, I'm so sorry. Doris is down. I tried to reach her. I'm so fucking sorry.
Thank you, River.
I don't know what we're going to do. We need a miracle. We need you. If you could just... Oh, God!
Deeper they tread, where pulses run hard, through labs of orange light and time forgot. Pages, madness of gods and gates, of weapons and portals and sealed off fates. They learn of the well, where a day is a year, where trackers are planted and truth disappear. A children's tale hints at doors once ajar, where feelings were traded by elves from afar. A portrait stands waiting, too perfect to be true, the king's face reflected in someone they knew. Grief fills the room as pieces align, love bending empires and warping all time. And then she steps forward, the queen. Alas, Dinya? Well, I guess you'll find out next time on Roll Britannia!
Okay, right, so that was all quite emotional. Get that. Sorry about all of that. But we can't leave you on that note, can we? That's just cruel, and we aren't cruel people. No? No? We're not? Okay, yeah, no, we're not. We're not cruel people. It's been checked. So I thought I'd let you in on the ending of that episode that we experienced, because whilst it is all 100% true, the cameras do keep rolling a little bit longer than you heard just then. But now you've had that, emotional outburst, cried. Hopefully you'll enjoy this.
The Queen has vanished. Yourselves have vanished. You just hear these voices, these sounds, and coming through from seemingly nowhere.
If anyone can hear this. Boys, I hope this reaches you. We've lost control of the invasion. Galea is a slaughter. Every alley is a trap. Every rooftop has AMUs. The city is just crawling with royal guard. Twice what we expected, maybe more. This isn't bad luck. They knew we were coming. And we lost Starflower. He tried to buy us some time. Eric, if you're there, I'm so sorry. Doris is down. I tried to reach her. I'm so fucking sorry.
Thank you, River.
I don't know what we're going to do. We need a miracle. We need you. If you could just... Oh, God! Explosion.
You've got to leave that in the end. That's amazing.
I was genuinely
so
crying. Genuinely crying. That's the best ending to that.
You've got to leave that in the end. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you didn't know that was coming.
I forgot. And people say there's no light and shade. And I've just taken you all from to.
That was such a roller coaster.
It's the way she said it so poshly.
And explosion. And scene.
And the emotion building, like the fact that you can hear it, like, I'm crying. Explosion.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fuck.
Fucking brilliant. But also awful.
Yes.
Oh god. I'm having a word with her when I get back.
Hilarious. I'm devastated.
Yeah.
But it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I had hairs, but all the hairs were stood on end throughout the second you hit play on that. Oh, yeah, literally on end hairs throughout the whole thing of that, and then just fucking destroyed in a second. I don't know how to feel right now.
Same. I literally don't know how to feel.
Can we possibly pause for just a second?
I'm in a state of stunned right now.
I don't know what to feel or how to talk.
I'm honestly quite happy to leave it there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.